It's the 1st of July. I'm Jerusha Sukthio-Rath and you're watching News 24 Live. Here are today's news headlines. The last camp in Durban for those displaced by xenophobic violence has been closed. The Chatsworth camp was home to foreign nationals who were displaced during the violent attacks earlier this year. City spokesperson Tozi Mthethwa said the foreign nationals were informed about the closure. Mthethwa said after assessing the conditions, government believed the situation had normalized and residents of the camp can return to their homes. She said foreign nationals who were living at the shelter were given an option of being reintegrated back into their communities, but others had requested to be repatriated back to their home countries. There were over 5,000 people accommodated in 3 temporary shelters in the eThekwini municipality. At least 6 people were killed as a result of violence in the province, with Umlazi, KwaMashu and Verulam areas surrounding Durban being the worst affected. Government has sold its 13.91% stake in Vodacom to the Public Investment Corporation to help fund a 23 billion rand allocation to Eskom. This comes after energy regulator NERSA rejected Eskom's request for a further increase in electricity tariffs. Now, according to a statement by the National Treasury, government considered many options but decided the sale of the Vodacom stake was the most viable to quickly inject equity into Eskom. According to a statement, National Treasury and the Department of Telecommunications and Postal Services worked together in executing the transaction. And finally, the bailout program Greece relied on for the past 5 years expired at midnight last night after the country failed to repay a loan due to the International Monetary Fund. Now, the move increased fears that the country would soon fall out of the euro currency bloc, and Greeks rushed to pull money out of ATMs, lending the government to shut its banks on Monday. It also imposed restrictions on banking transactions for at least a week. The Prime Minister announced a referendum will be held on Sunday. The Greek people will vote on whether to accept a deal proposal by creditors. European officials and Greek opposition parties have been adamant that a no vote on Sunday would mean that Greece would leave the euro and possibly even the European Union. We'll be keeping you updated on these stories and more. Stay tuned to News 24 Live.